Hi folks, and a belated Happy New Year to one and all. Okay, guess what? Season 8, coming soon, eh guys? Can't wait. Right, yeah, I've got a brand new camera, and you're never in a million years going to guess what it is. Well, it's the best thing since sliced, home-cooked, baked in the oven, nutty, dark brown bread. You're never going to guess, but it's the Fuji XT3. What else? Let's face it, it's an absolute plethora of reviews on YouTube about this camera, and it is fab. I think it really is fab. I believe the hype. I've got the camera. Nearly 20 years ago, the Fuji S1 was my first digital SLR camera. A few months after that is, I changed to the Nikon D1X. And it's because actually I already had a couple of Nikon lenses. That's what got me into the Nikon system, and I've been with them ever since. But I feel now, although Nikon have brought out the Z6, Z7, they're just so much more expensive, and as my business is winding down, and I'm semi-retired now, I don't need to spend that sort of money on cameras. My wife doesn't want me to spend that sort of money on cameras either. I don't need all this big bulky Nikon gear anymore, so I thought I'd scale down a bit. It's better for when I'm travelling, holidays and so on and so forth, to take smaller, lighter, more compact gear. So, what do I love about the XT3? Well, it's got to be down to its retro styling, its solid feel, its weight. It's not too heavy, but it does feel solid in the hands. Its functionality, of course. But you know, one of the main benefits of a mirrorless camera, and a main benefit for me particularly regarding filming, videoing, is that you can actually now video through the viewfinder. Could never do that with my Nikons. Even the sound of its shutter, listen to this. Ooh, and you can do that in 3 different volumes and 3 different tones. You might think that's a bit anal, but it's great actually, isn't it? I mean, as a wedding photographer now using this, for the couple of weddings I've got left, in a church, you can have it almost silent, which is great. I know some other cameras have that functionality too, but beyond that, it's all the various modes and buttons and things you can customise, and it's all this functionality that makes it a very, very versatile tool. This is my first serious venture. I've got a little Panasonic G7, but really, first serious venture into the realms of mirrorless cameras. It's been a bit of a brain ache to get my head around the complexities of this camera. The problem is, I'm an old fart, I'm an old school photographer. A little matched needle, that's the era I came from, hand meters. And if your camera had a matched needle in just to gauge the exposure, well, that was a real bonus, I must say. Yeah, things have moved on somewhat since then, since the 1860s, I guess, yeah. However, the very first thing I thought I better get with this is the battery grip. Because no question about it, when you're using it in portrait mode, you've got much more of a solid grip and it feels safer in the hand. Apparently this does go through batteries, and yes it does, fairly quickly, especially if you're using the monitor all the time, you're filming or whatever. But I love the tracking, the adjustable autofocus tracking too, which is great for video and for stills. So brilliant, brilliant, brilliant features, and there's many, many more, if I can only remember them. But this camera is a bit of a brain ache to get round to program, so I've been watching a plethora of YouTube videos which not only extol the virtues of this camera but also give you all the info you need. So thanks to the guys that put some really, really fantastic, I'll mention below in the comments below, a couple of really good reviews on this camera that have helped me enormously, and I'm sure loads of others. So thanks guys for doing that, brilliant. This is not really a camera review, but it's turning into one. Okay, so I've got the 1855 kit lens, and it's a really sharp little lens. So the next thing, of course, I've got the camera, I need more lenses. I recently acquired the 10 to 24. Boy, that is fantastic. So that's a 15 to 36 in full frame. And it's really super sharp again, beautifully corrected, fantastic. But then I also acquired the 90 f2, wow, which is a 135 f2, and boy is this a sharp lens. It's fantastic, great for portraiture and other subjects of course, but the bokeh is excellent. You can throw backgrounds way out of focus shooting f2 of course with that. At the same time I acquired those 2 lenses, I got myself a little Samyang fisheye, 8mm fisheye, great for astro and wacky photography. Now, along with those, I bought a X mount adapter to M42 screw mount. So I've got my 135 Zeiss, which is really a 200mm on the Fuji, and I've got 3 of these now. This is the Helios, the Russian Helios f2 56mm standard lens, which is roughly about an 80mm on the Fuji. And This is a beautiful little lens, it really is. The autofocus bokeh is fab. I think it gives great results. So already I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lenses, 6 lenses. 3 are fully manual because the fisheye is fully manual, and the other 3 autofocus. 2 are stabilized. I don't actually know why on the 1024 they put a stabilization system into it, because with ultra wide angles you hardly need it, but that's great. It's better have it than not. But I would have thought they would have put that in the 90mm. And incidentally, while we're talking about the 90mm, can you hear that? That's the internal floating elements, which I thought was something that had come loose. I guess everybody's had that issue with it. The quality is awesome. Pictures to follow, of course, with this. Yes, so I really need now a couple of flash guns, because I've got a wedding coming up in a few weeks' time. That'll be the first outing, professional outing for this camera, as far as I know, unless I do any portraits before then. I need a second body too, but I'm not going to get another XT3. I'm going to probably get an XT20 backup, and then I can use one of these other lenses on that. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed the content. Please subscribe. There'll be many more to come, but definitely not camera reviews, because no way am I ever going to be a good camera reviewer. What's aperture? What's f-stops? What's P? Oh, that's P for professional, of course. Yeah, I should know that, P mode. Anyway, see you soon, folks. All the best. Cheers for now. And it's coming. Yeah!